If we toss 3 coins, and let's look at this in terms of tossing one coin 3 times. So on the initial toss, we could make a tree is one way to do this. We could end up with a head or a tail. When we toss the coin a second time, whichever one the first one was, we could still end up with a head or a tail if it had been on heads, and a head or a tail if the first one was on tails. And then one more time. The way that the first coin landed will have no effect on how the second one or the third one might land. So we could have a head or a tail or a head or a tail, head, tail, head, tail. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ways that this could come up if order matters. If we look at, well, before we do that, let's just list what we've got here. This first one would be a head, head, head. Next one would be head, head, tail. Head, tail, head. Head, tail, tail. Tail, head, head. Tail, head, tail. Tail, tail, head. Tail, tail, tail. Now, if order matters, this is 8 possible combinations, 8 possibilities where order matters. In other words, if a head, head, tail is different from a head, tail, head, then we have 8 possibilities. If order doesn't matter, there's only one way to get a head, head, tail, or a head, head, head. There would be 2 ways to get 2 heads, sorry, 3 ways to get 2 heads and 1 tail. Here's one, here's one, here's one. We've got 3 ways also to get 2 tails and 1 head. Here was the 3 heads. So head, 2 tails, head, 2 tails, head, 2 tails, 3 of those, and then 1 way to get a tail, tail, tail. So it depends on whether or not order matters. It depends on what you're talking about.